The guitarist in Parkway Drive, and here's what he had to say.
First of all, welcome to the show, and congratulations on the album. It sounds bloody killer from start to finish. I've had a bit of a listen just today, and man, there's not one dull song on it.
Well, thanks, mate.
No worries at all. I can't get over the fact that you guys come from Byron. I mean, isn't it hippie land up there?
Well, supposedly it is, but I mean, the last, 15 or so years I've lived here, it's pretty much changed from hippie town to tourist backpack mecca, and
Is it?
yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's a thing of the past, I think.
Fair enough.
But they are still around.
There's a few metalheads there, is there?
I suppose there is, yeah.
So how did you end up listening to metal anyway? What was your sort of first influences?
Through the hardcore scene, we started in hardcore bands and everything. We just, I don't know, we just grew into it, started listening to, I'm not really a metal head,
Yeah.
but through hardcore got onto metalcore bands and into more metal stuff.
Yeah, full on. So what I mean, we'd find some different shit in your collection then, not just metal.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, what other stuff do you listen to?
Everything from punk to old school, like hardcore, mainly hardcore and punk.
Yeah, right.
Hey, a little bit of emo here and there when I'm feeling a bit sad.
Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, how did you meet up with the other guys? How did you all get together?
Well, we've all known each other pretty much forever.
Yeah.
Since we've been in Byron, and just the other guitarist never really knew him and always knew he was a good guitarist. Just used to see him out in the surf all the time. Once we decided to all just have a jam, and it kind of worked, and we just went from there.
Full on.
Songs and yeah.
Wicked. And so so how did you come up with the name Parkway Drive? Is that actually where you lived or something, or?
It's where our drummer Ben lives.
Oh yeah.
All the bands, like for the past 5 years, have sort of jammed there.
Oh right.
Pays tribute to the house and his parents who let us jam there.
Yeah, right. Trippy. All right. And you parted ways with your former bass player.
Yeah, we did.
What happened there?
It just kind of wasn't working. Although he's a great musician and great friend and person, it just, his mindset, he wasn't as dedicated as he sort of needed to be at the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I mean, there's no hard feelings, and
all right, so you're still on good terms and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. And so now you got Sean Cash in his place.
Yep.
How'd you meet up with him?
I just known him through the scene, played shows with his old bands, Wish for Wings,
Yep.
The War. And
Right.
just friends with him for a while, and he sort of mentioned, look, because there was sort of a bit of shit going on for a while, and he sort of said, if you need anyone, I'd be keen to do it. And
yeah, right.
from there, and he's a good...
Yeah, right, so he's been fitting in well?
Very good, yep.
Yeah, shit hot.
That's great.
Yeah, right. So when you're writing songs, is that like a group thing, or do you, is that one of your main writer, or?
Definitely a group thing. The other guitarist, Jeff,
Yeah.
probably most of the riff,
Yep.
and brings the riff in, and then from there we just structure the song, mix it all around, change riffs, make it sound better, add little bits, whatever.
Yeah. So it's a pretty much, I was going to say that too, as far as the guitars go, it's like a two-way thing, is it? Like you both share a lot of the riffs and the leads and stuff that goes on in the songs?
Certainly, although Jeff is mainly the lead guitarist, but both him and I, harmonise everything and just play whatever sounds good.
Yeah, full on. You got your first recording on a split EP with Adelaide's Who Killed the Prom Queen?
Yep.
How did that come about?
Who Killed the Prom Queen sort of saw us at a show and liked us and sort of said, let's do it.
Yeah, right.
We did it because that was our first show actually. Crafter was there and he was psyched on it.
Yeah, right. Okay. And then you did your own EP. How do you think that sounded? When you did, what was it?
Close Your Eyes, the EP.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
It's okay. It's good. Like, pretty much what we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but job for the budget we had and what was sort of expected, and
Yeah, well, there was a lot of passion and a lot of sound in it. I mean, it did sound pretty strong, but I suppose the only thing was lacking was the production side of things.
Production,
yeah. But the first time and only time I've ever seen you guys live was down here in Melbourne, when you were supporting Shadows Fall. What was that like? Did you get to spend much of the time with the band, or?
Both Shadows Fall and As I Lie Dying were awesome guys. Just chilled out and keen to talk and just not didn't have big heads about him being in the whole rock star band or whatever.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I had a chance to actually speak to Jason Brittner, and he's a fantastic guy. They're the most humble guys you'd ever meet.
Oh, they are, for sure. And they supported us the whole way and had nothing but good shit to say, so it was good.
Excellent. And did you get, much response from fans and stuff for yourselves out of that?
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of exposure, because, I mean, for myself, I hadn't really heard of you guys before that, so...
Yeah, I mean, it also, because we've come from a hardcore background, it really opened our music up to a lot of more sort of metal fans, I'd say, through the Shadows Fall.
Yeah, sure.
Seeing guys like yourself who wouldn't have heard of us and sort of seen us and goes, oh, these guys are kind of metal.
Well, that's it, yeah. Well, I must admit, when I was standing there waiting for Shadows Fall to come on, these short hair guys come on stage, not looking kind of real metal, and I was not expecting to be blown off my feet by something so intense as I was. I mean... unbelievable. Do you get that from people, from fans?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah. Is that one of the reasons why there isn't many pictures or any pictures of you in the new CD that's just come out?
I don't know. That's the way they did the art, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Coming from a metal background like yourself, it's kind of different. Like all the hardcore kids, we've sort of started as hardcore and morphed into a more metal sound.
Yeah, sure.
Like metalheads are just sort of there in the metal scene, and then all of a sudden this band comes in.
Yeah. Who
sort of come up from a different scene, and so it is weird for them to see it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, I suppose I can see where you're coming from in that aspect, because it's more hardcore and that sort of thing. But I mean, that's sort of blending into the metal scene now more and more, which is great.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. And now, you were in the US a little while ago, I believe.
Yep.
Did you do any gigs when you were over there, or?
No, we didn't, because we didn't take our bass player. That was when it happened, and it kind of couldn't afford it really. Like, we're only there for our tickets were cheap because they were only for a short amount of time.
Right. Yep.
We were just in, record, out, didn't play any shows.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay. And that was really successful, was it? Did you enjoy that experience, or?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Adam, who we recorded with, just an amazing producer.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was an honour to work with him.
Yeah, it would have been. And for you guys too, especially, coming into the scene, I mean, it would have been just amazing. Like, hey, here we've hit the real time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, and as I said earlier on, the record sounds fantastic. Will you be releasing it outside Australia?
Well, at the moment, through Resist Records, we've just got it right Australia and New Zealand.
Yep.
We're going to try for some states labels, see what happens. If something happens and they're interested, we'll go for it. And
yeah, well, good luck with it, because, I mean, as I said, it's unbelievable.
This is Metal After Midnight on 97.1 FM.
The artwork on the CD has pictures of a guy and a girl. What's the sort of the theme going on there?
We were thinking of a name for the CD. We thought of Killing with a Smile. It's in the lyrics.
Yeah.
Everything's a bit sort of negative in the CD, and we sort of hit up the art guy and said we just gave him a concept. We wanted something to work in reverse, like the dead person on the front.
Yeah, for sure.
Backwards. And he sort of came up with that idea himself, and we sort of said, yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah, right. And who is that? It's just some guys, not one of you guys, is it?
Nah, just random dudes.
Yeah, and I noticed too, if you look at it, it looks like he's sticking his finger up. Is that intentional?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, there you go.
I'll have to have a closer look.
Yeah, I noticed you included Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em on the album. Is that a rework?
Yeah, definitely, we redid it.
Did you do it with Sean, or?
No, actually, we didn't take a bass player with us.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course, yeah.
So I recorded all the bass tracks myself.
Right, is that right? So you played all the bass on the album?
Yeah.
Right, okay. You're doing a pretty extensive tour of Australia.
Yep.
Around 26 or so shows.
Yep.
Are you planning on doing a tour OS afterwards? I suppose it does depend on whether you get exposure over there.
Yeah, as I said before, we do get signed, obviously we'll go over there.
Yep.
Even if we don't get signed, we're still planning on going over there.
Yeah.
Whether it be through our friends, because we've played with quite a few bands out here, so we kind of know a few guys, and we should be able to get over there regardless of whether we're on a label over there or not.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, that'd be good. Now, I was thinking when I was looking at all your different shows, all ages and over age. Now, what do the fans miss out in the all ages? I mean, because I've got a few listeners that are underage. Is it just that you don't say fuck as much, or what?
Not at all. We're allowed to, we play every show all ages if we could.
Right, yeah, fair enough.
Just depends on the area and the venue. I mean, there's a shitload of all ages on that tour. Like, you have a look at it and there's little holes next to every, or more than every second show.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a good thing.
I think it is, yeah.
Nothing's different. Some places you have to do it in the afternoon, which doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's generally a lot less of a smoky pub environment, which we like too.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, now I know you're probably busy right now, and the next Parkway Drive album is actually, probably not so far away, is it? Or you?
Well, we've been talking about it and probably should record it end of 2006.
Right.
About
So
the start of 2007.
So you're still writing? There's still stuff in the pipeline?
Oh, we're always writing. Like as soon as we got back from the States and we're jamming for the tour, we've already got like a couple of songs in the works.
Yeah, right. Well, it would have pumped you, I suppose, being over there as well. So
yeah, it does.
Gear you up for the whole thing. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. But I'd like to ask you to request a song from your album.
A song from the album, anyone?
Yeah, anyone at all you like. One of your favourites. One that you like the best.
Last song, A Cold Day in Hell, would have to be my favourite.
Last Day, A Cold Day in Hell.
Yep.
Okay, no problems, mate.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. I wish you all the best of luck with the album. And, yeah, thanks very much for joining us at Metal After Midnight.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all.